Hello, dear friends. Today I would like to talk about right hand warm-up exercises that you can do without the guitar. A lot of times when we perform, we actually don't have the luxury of playing right before we go on stage. So we sit there quietly awaiting our turn, and in those situations it's actually very important to keep our hands warm. In my last video, I already addressed the left hand and taught some of the exercises that help me to keep left hand warm. And today I'm going to talk about right hand exercises. And you will notice that they're going to be different. This is because of the different nature in which the left hand moves and the right hand moves. The two biggest differences are the involvement of the forearm and the wrist, and the thumb, which stays very active throughout for both classical and flamenco. So let's first start with the forearm. What we want to do is to twist like this. Imagine that you have salad dressing that you're mixing, so it's that motion. Alright, now stretch the fingers forward, palm down, and let's move now from side to side. Imagine that you are polishing something. It's this motion, like that. Okay, great. Now let's lower the fingers, so palm down and palm up, like this. Okay, it's this thing. So do it a few times so that you really warm up the extensor and flexor muscles. Alright, so enough for the forearm. Let's go to the thumb. So the first exercise for the thumb is going to be this rotation. This is actually clockwise rotation. Alright, so the thumb just rotates like this, clockwise. Alright, now let's do the counterclockwise rotation. Okay, wonderful. Now let's touch this part of the palm with the thumb and go all the way back. So here and there, like this, back and forth. Alright. Okay, this really warms up this muscle here. Okay. And finally, let's bring the thumb to the fingers like this, in a kind of grabbing motion. This actually imitates the way that we use the thumb in guitar playing. So we go all the way back and close it on the fingers. Alright, so we're done with the thumb. Now let's warm up the palm. First, let's just close and open. So let's make a fist and just go out with the fingers. Okay, wonderful. Now let's make a cat's claw kind of thing. Alright, good. And now let's do this thing. So we are going to raise the knuckles, the middle knuckles, and flatten the palm. See, like this, from this position, from the fist to this position. And notice that I'm not stretching the fingers out all the way. They kind of remain relaxed here. I'm just raising the middle knuckles, alright? Just like that. It really relaxes the palm and works out the extensor muscles. Okay, now let's do the same exercise as we did for the left hand. Remember where we touch the palm with the fingers here, and then while maintaining contact we roll all the way back and then stretched out again and repeat it. So like this. Alright. Now let's do it with each finger individually. First the index finger, maintain contact and bring it all the way back. Then middle finger, and don't worry about the other fingers moving sympathetically. That's not a problem. Okay, and now let's do the ring finger, same thing. And finally the pinky. Okay, wonderful. Now let's just bring our fingers forward and touch the palm like this. So index finger, middle, ring, and pinky. And now let's do it in this succession. Index, middle, ring, pinky, ring, middle, index. Just back and forth. Okay. Now let's do this. Middle, index, middle, index. Now ring, middle, ring, middle, ring, middle. And pinky, ring, pinky, ring, pinky, ring. Okay, that really feels nice now. I'm starting to warm up. Okay. Now let's go to the fingers themselves. First thing that we want to do is raise the fingers up like this in the knuckle and lower them down. So raise up and lower down. So stretch them forward, right? So raise and stretch, raise and stretch. And for each finger separately, let's do it for each finger separately. Middle finger now, ring finger and pinky. Okay, wonderful. Now let's raise one finger and lower the other like this. Index, middle, index, middle, index, middle, index, middle. Middle, ring, middle, ring, middle, ring, middle, ring. Ring, pinky, ring, pinky. Oh, that's difficult. Ring, pinky, ring, pinky. Okay, wonderful. Now, let's imitate rest stroke. So, how do we produce rest stroke? It's simple, like that, right? So, the movement comes from large knuckle, and then also the middle knuckle and the tip joint are involved as well. So here what I want to do is to lower my fingertip on the tip of the thumb. So like this. See? The finger is almost flat, but not quite. So this really imitates rest stroke, and you want to put some pressure on the thumb. Not much, but some. Now middle finger, of course, ring finger, and the pinky. Okay, do it as many times as you want. Now you can go to this alternation. Index, middle, index, middle. And now middle ring, middle ring. Okay, and ring pinky. Oh, that's not so comfortable. But we still have to do it to warm that part of the hand up. Okay, so that's enough for the apoyando or rest stroke. Now let's imitate free stroke. So free stroke is like this. It's almost like scratching. And you scratch with the middle knuckle. Middle knuckle is the most involved knuckle here. So let's just scratch the tip of the thumb with the tip of your finger, like this. Remember, we did this to imitate pull-offs and hammer-ons for the left hand. Now let's just do it with the right hand to imitate the free stroke. Just scratch these fingers, and the pinky. Okay, great. Now let's go in this order. Index, middle, index, middle. Now ring finger and middle. Okay, now let's do a tremolo like pattern. Ring, middle, index. Okay, that feels good. Really warms up the muscles. Okay, and now let's do this one thing that I loved doing as a kid, just hitting one finger against the other like this. So index, middle. Alright, great. Now let's just imitate Rasgueado. Well, it's not exactly imitating Rasgueado. It's like having a wave-like motion in the fingers, like this. So slowly, it's like this. Okay, that really warms up the extensor muscles. And now let's actually imitate Rasgueado. So we have fist here. We form a fist, and then we go pinky, ring, middle, index, in this succession, in this order. Like a few times. All right. And now, just for the fun of it, let's go backwards. Index, middle, ring, pinky. I find that this warms up my hand a little better than just going that direction. So both directions are nice. Alright. And now let's just stretch the fingers out like this. Right? Let's just stretch them out. That feels very, very good. And we are pretty much done. And we should be able to play now. Seems to work. Alright, I hope that these exercises help you and you will stay warm next time that you perform.